Anyway, so today I'm filming, oh my god. So today I just got my Boxycharm in the mail. I've already got the little tab open, but I've not looked inside yet. This is for the February Boxycharm. So we're gonna open that up together and test out some products. Okay, so I've already put on some Benefit Give Me Brow because I've got a little sample. So I've got that on my face already, and I did use this sample of the First Aid, but none of that came in the Boxycharm. But the first thing we do see here in the Boxycharm is Refreshing Cleansing Hemp Wipes. So I'm going to use that to remove the brow product. Not show you how I do my brows, you know, because that's always a fun trip. So we're just gonna, wow. So we're just gonna use these. I mean, they smell like, I don't know, these kind of smell like a doctor's office to me. If you know what that smells like really like clean and sterile, but kind of like chemically, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. But they're taking off the product like pretty good. I mean, those are the first like swipes, and then the next ones are coming off pretty clean. So okay, now that we're a little bit browless, those I don't know, I don't love the scent of them, but they work. But they're very like saturated too, so you don't like, they're not dry. So that's pretty nice so far. Okay, so next thing we have in this box is some brushes. I always love getting new brushes because that's less brushes that I have to clean constantly. You know, the more brushes you have, the more you can use without, you know, washing them all the time. Because I'm lazy. I hate washing brushes. Okay, so they look like this. This one looks like you could probably use it for foundation. It's got little like bumpies here. Maybe we'll try that. There are a few little hairs sticking up, but they're not like coming out, so maybe trim them before I use them. This one looks like maybe a blush brush. Oh, they say it on here. Okay. Oh no, I was totally wrong. So this brush is for bronzer. I'll try it. I'll try it with bronzer. This says a complexion brush. Yeah, I'm probably going to use that for like blush. And then this smaller brush here says brightening brush. So I assume like, you know, put a little stuff under your eyes, you know, like some baking powder or whatever. So next thing we got in the box is this Ciate London Everyday Vacay. Oh, coconut setting powder. Ooh, if I can get it open. I've been needing some new setting powder, so this is actually really exciting for me. Let's see here. Okay, it's a cute little, it's got a little bow on it. Hey, you can see me. I wonder if it smells like coconut. Okay, so from what I can tell, it doesn't really have a smell. But, so we'll be trying that out too. And then the next thing we have in here, ooh, I love this brand, First Aid Beauty. We got some facial radiance pads. Help exfoliate, tone, and brighten. Ooh. So it says to wipe. Well, I already have primer and stuff on my face, so we're not going to test those out today. And then the last thing I have in my box is this Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation in the shade Cashmere. So Boxycharm has just recently started doing more complexion products in their boxes. So like last month I got this Pretty Vulgar concealer, and it's kind of my shade, you know. It's not like brightening for me, it's just like my skin tone, so I like to use that. So we'll use that today too to go along with this foundation that they've sent us. Let me open it up here. Ooh, it's pretty. So here's the bottle. It is glass. And then the top, you got the little Becca. So let's kind of do a little pump on the back of our hand and see. It might be a little dark for me, but complexion products are hard when you try to buy online. It's not exactly, it looks worse on camera than it does in person, I think. But it's not exactly, but we're still going to apply it on our face and, you know, see how that goes. So, I'm going to use that little pad from earlier to wipe this off. Okay, so now all right. Now that we've unboxed everything that's come in our BoxyCharm, let's get to testing out the products. Okay, so like I said earlier, I did already put some of this primer on because I was not prepared to film today. But we're gonna go ahead, since we already have our primer on, and put on this foundation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Morphe Jeffree Star JSC1 brush. I usually use this to apply foundation like every day, so we're just going to use the same stuff we normally use, and I'm just going to start applying it. The foundation has a weird smell to it. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, this is like super not my color, but that's okay. We're just testing it. It looks better once you blend it out though, actually. I'd say it's probably like light medium coverage. I don't really like super full coverage foundation because I feel like it looks like I wear a mask. So I'm just gonna apply this all over the face and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've applied all of the foundation and I used probably about 2 pumps for my whole face, so a little does go a long way. And I didn't want to have like super full coverage, so of course you can still see some stuff showing through, but that's fine because I don't like super full coverage anyway. So next we're going to go into that concealer that I got in last month's box. I'm just going to put a little, you know, here where I still need some coverage, or I have some redness poking through, or, you know, lovely acne. We all love that, right? And then I'm going to go in with my little JSC3 brush with Morphe. And I'm just going to, you know, blend it out as normal. And I have used this concealer before and I do really enjoy it. Like, I'm not like super like, oh my gosh, gotta have full coverage, you know. So this concealer works pretty good for me and it does cover what I need it to. So I have no complaints there. So we've got that all pretty much blended out. Little hairs are getting in my face. So next we'll dive into the setting powder. Okay, I've poured some of the setting powder in this little dish here, and as you can see, it is really white. So we'll see if that helps the darkness of this foundation. Okay, so first I'm gonna take my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just gonna use that to put a little bit of the setting powder right under my eye, because when I use, you know, foundation products or concealer or whatever, my eyes do tend to crease really badly and really fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and set those first. And I tend to be pretty generous with the powder. It looks like it is lightening the complexion products a little bit, you know, my concealer, my foundation. And I mean, seems to be working. It's not like, it actually looks very good and very natural in person. I know it's really hard to tell on camera. My lights are awful in here. And then I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm going to dust it and put more product in my areas that tend to get more oily or like crease really bad. I get really bad smile lines, so I tend to try to put more powder where I have more problems. Okay, so next I'm going to take my giant face brush. This came in a pack of BH Cosmetics brushes. Highly recommend. These are the best brushes I've ever owned. And I'm just going to take the rest of that powder and just press it all over my face with this brush. Now that I have it on my face, this powder does have a little bit of like a coconut smell, which I don't mind it. It's not like overbearing. But if you are like kind of sensitive to stuff with fragrance or anything like that, or like you just hate scents in general, probably not the powder for you. But honestly, it's so light that it doesn't bug me. Okay, so looking at this powder on my face, oh gosh, I do see that it did lighten that foundation up. And now it matches. So far, we're doing really good with this box. Okay, so looking in the mirror and like really inspecting how my skin looks and everything with that foundation and that setting powder, I think the foundation looks nice. The setting powder really helped to lighten it up because of course it wasn't like my exact shade. But looking in the mirror, it looks like that powder did really like blur my pores and, you know, any texture I have on my face. So I'm really impressed. And I will be using that again because my face, like my skin is looking really good right now. Okay, so since that box did not come with a bronzer, contour, or, you know, blush, I am going to be using one that came in a previous box. This is by Cover FX. I have been loving this palette, obviously. This, really good. So we are going to use the brushes that came in the box though. So this one says it's for bronzer. So I'm just going to take it into this contour shade a little bit, get a little bit on the brush. And I'm just going to apply how I normally would. This is such a weird... Okay, like I don't hate this. It's just, this doesn't strike me as a bronzer or contour brush. Also, it's putting a lot more product on my face than I'm used to with the brush that I normally use. So we're going to have to blend that out later. But I'm just going to keep going. But I dig it. I'm going to take a little bit. So what I do with my bronzer, contour, whatever, I take a little bit on the edge of a brush and I just kind of go down the sides of my nose just to give it a little bit of a snatched look. And this brush is not the best for that, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm just gonna try to blend that out. I'm gonna take the brush that I used earlier for that setting powder and just kind of swirl it around where I put all that darker shade, so that way it kind of evens it out a little bit more. And now we're looking pretty good. Okay, next we're gonna go into blush. I usually use a brush that looks very similar to this one. So I'm gonna use this brush for blush. Let's dive in. So of course I'm going in with the same palette. I'm using this shade right here called Blush. And I'm just gonna put that on my face. Okay, so one thing I noticed about these brushes is they pick up a heck of a lot more product than my normal brushes do. So I'm not used to that. Oh yeah, and I put blush on my nose and my chin because I just like doing that. And I'm gonna go back in with that big brush and try to kind of blend that blush out a little bit because, wow. All right, and that's it for that palette. So next, we're gonna do some highlighter. Okay, so for highlight today, I'm gonna be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Peppermint Frost Highlight Palette. I am obsessed with this highlight palette. I use it probably every day. And I guess let's go in with this middle shade here. It's called Igloo Gold. It's a really pretty like champagne color. So I'm just gonna put that there. And so give us a pretty little, ooh, look at that glow, girl. We're gonna put it all over where I usually put highlight, you know. Oh, and since like that didn't come with the highlight brush, we just gonna use my regular highlight brush, which is, oh, this is the e.l.f. brush called Fluffy Eye Blender Brush. I think that's a little big for my eye, so I use it for some highlight. Get a little on a cupid's bow. And I just take the excess, I don't dip in again, and I just go oop, boop, right above the brows, and then we're done. And next we're gonna be using a setting spray. I don't think I've ever gotten a setting spray in the Boxycharm. So I'm gonna just go in with this Morphe Continuous setting spray. because I love how it sprays. And I use a lot. So now we just gonna let it dry. Okay, now that our face is complete and it is looking really, really good. Like, wow. My skin never looks this good when I do makeup. So now I kind of want to do an eyeshadow look while we're all here. And I'm going to be using the Blood Sugar palette because that's my baby. And it is February, the month of love. So we're going to do kind of a little soft, you know, pink, festive Valentine's look. So let's get started. Okay, so for eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be going in with the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. Whew, that's a mouthful. And I love this primer. I've used that Urban Decay, what's it called? Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I've used that. I've used that Morphe one. I've used them all, honey. And like this one, oh, she just hits different. She's so good. It makes like my eyeshadow, like I've got oily eyelids, let's be honest. And so if I don't use this primer, my eyeshadow will crease like nobody's business. And this, ooh, it's so good. It keeps the oils away, you know. It makes my eyeshadow show up so good. Like the pigment is there, honey. So I'm gonna apply that and then we're gonna go into our eyeshadow look. Okay, so I just cleaned these brushes. I know I don't look like it, but I'm going to be going in with the Morphe Jeffree Star JS8 eyeshadow brush. It comes in this little pack right here. You can get it at Ulta. Sometimes they be having sales, and I highly recommend to get stuff when it's on sale, because why pay full price if they're going to have a sale? Like, get it on sale. Okay, anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to be going into the shade Cake Mix. In this palette, so swirl my little brush in there, and I'm gonna just put this and I'm gonna use it like a transition shade. Look how pigmented. Oh my goodness, you will not get that with another eyeshadow primer. I'm telling you that right now. That one, oh, my holy grail. All right, and so I'm just gonna, oh, that looks so good. Use it like a transition shade. I'm just gonna do windshield wiper motions because that's the easiest way to apply eyeshadow, is just back and forth, back and forth. Are we looking even? Ooh. That's the one thing that's so difficult when doing eyeshadow, is making sure both sides look the same. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So next shade we're going to go into is Tongue Pop. That is a very like pinky peachy shade right there. I'm going to use the same brush. I ain't gonna wipe it off either. And I'm gonna just take a little bit and go a little bit lower than that transition shade. Look at that, girl. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing, you know, as we did with the transition shade. Windshield wiper motions. Just a little bit lower. And just blend it till you think it looks good. Like, you know, blend, blend, blend till it looks pretty good. Okay, I promise I'll just clean these brushes, but green eyeshadow stains like nobody's business. But next we're going to go into Fresh Meat here. And we're going to use that as kind of like our little crease shade. Now, it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but when you put it on the eyes, you don't see no shimmer. So that's fine for using it as a crease shade. So we're going to, oh, we love it. We're going to put it right in the crease, right? Well, just like that. And then we're gonna, so when you do that, you only get a little bit of the product on the tip of the brush. Put it in the crease, then we go back, we get it on the flat part of the brush. Because see this part, oh yeah, this brush is JS6, by the way. Then we get it on the flat part of the brush, and then I just like to put it, boom, right there. You know, and then kind of blend it towards the front a little bit. And then blend it, the crease a little bit too. And then boom. It's looking pretty good. And that's, you know, a really easy way to just apply that stuff, you know. Okay, I went ahead and did the other side off camera because I just start rambling, and I think it's really, like, boring and annoying, and I'm sure you do too. So I wanted to save y'all from that. So next, sorry, there's a little bit of kick up in my palette. So next, let's see. You know what? For shimmer, I think we're going to do this one right here. It is called Sweetener. And it is, excuse me, it is kind of like a little champagne-y color, but it's got some pink in it, you know? So we're just going to put that. We're going to use our fingers, and we're going to put it right on the lid, but towards the inner corner of the eye, okay? So we're just going to take that right on the lid, and then we're going to blend with our fingers, okay? This is like the easiest way to do eyeshadow, I'm telling you. Just keep packing it on there, and then once you pack it up towards the front, you just swipe and blend it out just a little bit. Like, look at that. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep doing a little bit more of that because I like my stuff to be popping. Okay, and I think that's looking pretty good. Man, this camera doesn't show how good this looks. But you get the point. I'm going to do the other eye off camera again. Okay, so now both eyes are done. Ooh. This look is so pretty. Like, hello, it's February. It's Valentine's Day. We cute. Next, so I got my little birthday gift from Sephora because my birthday was in January. And they had a Kush mascara. So I'm going to try that out today. Because today is all about trying out new makeup. There it is. It just smells like mascara. You know, I always got to smell it. And I'm just going to apply that. And hope I don't mess up my eyeshadow. Well. So far, I'm not blown away by this mascara. I don't know. Maybe I need to dip it in again. Maybe I don't have enough on there. Okay, yeah, that's working a little bit better. Okay, so there's mascara on. I think this looks pretty cute with just, you know, mascara. I don't think we need any big old false lashes. Okay, now that mascara is applied, looks pretty good. My lashes, you know, look good. I didn't see anything revolutionary about this mascara, but it works, so I'm not mad. Next, we're going to go into brows. So, for brows today, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. And I was going to use that Gimme Brow, but this makeup looks really good. And I don't think I know how to apply that stuff, because every time I did it, it looked really bad. So, we're just going to use what I know how to use, which is a little skinny brow pencil. So I just kind of combed my brows up a little bit, and now I'm going to take the pencil, and I'm just going to fill them in. So I'll draw a little line under here first, right? Like that, and then I just start doing like brow hairs. And fill them in. Like, ooh, look at it. Amazing. Now when I do it in the front, I use a really, really light hand, because you can mess that up quick. So we just fill them in all the way. And you just kind of follow your natural brow, you know? Like, you don't have to go trying to have all these huge bushy brows, you know? You just gotta follow your natural brow. And I just kind of, I like to have a little tail. You know, like that. See? Beautiful. So we're just gonna finish that up. Okay, and then when I'm done with that, because, you know, they look really fake when you first do them, and you're like, ooh, I don't know about that. So I take the little spoolie, and I just kind of brush through it again to kind of soften all of that drawing we just did. And then, if you don't mess up like I just did, good job, it looks pretty good. And, you know, it doesn't look like, oh my goodness, she put like 10 layers of brow stuff on. No, it looks pretty and natural. So I'm gonna do the other one off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, now brows are done, and I think I'm pretty happy with this look. I mean, we're looking cute, we're looking glowy. The eyes look great. My skin looks amazing. That foundation, that setting powder, so good. So that was my little unboxing of my BoxyCharm and trying on most of the products. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of the eye look, you know. Let me know what you think. If you got any criticism, you know, be nice about it, but you can let me know. I know the brows are really bold for what we got going on, but so let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of in love with it. So like and subscribe, you know, don't forget. And don't forget to follow my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook. It's all in the description. And see you guys next time.